Welcome, Michael. A look at the Rook, episode 7.
Yes.
Here we are. Man, I think you've got some exciting news you'd like to share with the rest of the league. The floor is yours.
Yep. Um, One thing I'd like to advocate for that I didn't talk to you in the production meeting, James, is maybe to incorporate if there's any exciting life
Okay.
news, as we really love camaraderie and fellowship in this league and want to utilize how much buy-in we have to stay invested in the lives of our friends. So, when applicable, if there's any exciting news or things to, concern, pray about, whatever, I think we should all share those. So, excited to announce, took a new job here recently with Capital Strategies Group as an analyst here,
Mm.
coming to you live from my office. Secret message on the whiteboard over there. I'll show you later. But speaking of new jobs, I'm also too soon, James, or no?
No,
I'm excited to announce my acceptance as lead analyst of the Rookery as well.
mm,
So excited to get into what that
yeah,
means here in these next few minutes.
man, excited for this opportunity for you and your new job, but more importantly, your job with the Rookery, which is to be an analyst. So this interview is twofold. It's going to be about you as the GM of the Spurgeons, and it's going to be your analytical take reports on kind of our league, the status. So we'll jump right in
Love it.
and start with, man, trade deadline is looming. Week 11 before games start is when the trade deadline is. Anything that you think moves the needle for any of our teams in the league? You think anything happens? Um,
Um, it's hard to say. You know, people have been in my ear about potential trades. I'll say that. I can, but from the league at large, there's a lot of maybes down at the bottom. I think it's becoming clear. There's kind of a lock top, three that are kind of at the tops of their divisions, or maybe two with two tie breaks. But then there's the second place in the Wiregrass and second place in the Gulf South, U and Moose respectively. And those are kind of maybe the top four teams that everyone can agree upon. Beyond that, it's kind of an open season, so there's definitely room for teams to make some moves around the edges to finish strong and make a playoff push. So we'll see.
yeah, I think that's true. So, yeah, maybe to get more into your analytical job, give us maybe just your take on the statistical chances of these fringe
Mm.
teams making it. I mean, you're one of them, and so I'd love to hear maybe some of the statistics.
Yeah. Um, no, thanks for asking that. Um, Here's the deal: we've got a lot of things. You might have heard me chirping in the group message about finishing the season 6-0, and if I do, I think there's a real chance I can make the playoffs. I will say it's not all. I don't control my own destiny. There are some teams here that are in the driver's seat. If they win out, they'll be positioned well. So I want to highlight those really quickly. Um, Me, I'm 5-3. We technically have 4 wins on the table left for all these teams left, and 4 losses potentially. Um, so right now I'm playing against James this week. James, me and you are going at it. The projections, which how can we trust those? We look at KGs for over the year. Who knows? I'm projected 129. You're projected 139. So I'm projected to lose by 18 points. I'm gonna really need a big week this week to finish strong. But let's just say I win 4-0. So I will finish 9-13. Okay, and I could end up, if these teams finish 0-4, tying with Evan, tying with KG, which uh, I could end up passing Mo, could end up passing Tone by 2 games. I could pass Matt by 3 games. I could pass Joey by 2 games. Now this is if all of them or any of them were to go 0-4. It might not happen, but I think some of these teams might go 0-4.
Hmm.
Um, and that's the key here. So to highlight some matchups real quick, Joey's playing Miles this week. He's projected to lose by 40. Let's see. Yeah, 46 points. So we can't trust projections, but sometimes numbers never lie. Sorry, Joey. Matt's playing Juice this week. We've all talked about how Matt's schedule It ends pretty difficult. We thought he was punting the season, and now he's trying to make a late push. Too little, too late. I don't know. He's playing juice, projected to lose by 31.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. KG, we talked about this. I'll give him his flowers. We all hate on him. Miles said it well that maybe, or whoever said it, that the clock is maybe striking midnight. Might have been Moose, one of the creatives in here. Um, but but KG's been pulling out some wins. He's eighth in points scored, which is one short of bottom four, which is I think where a lot of us think he's gonna end up. But who knows? He's playing Moose this week. He is also projected to lose by 35 points.
Okay.
Um, and so Mo also. Sorry, yeah, Mo's 8-10. So I really want to highlight Mo and Tone real quick, and I'm wrapping up. Mo's 8-10. Tone is 7-11. Right, those are my counterparts in the Iron City division. I really need to go off to surpass them, but it's still winnable. Mo and Tone are actually playing each other this week, and so that's a pretty big matchup for the Iron City. I think you might have highlighted that as maybe a game of the week. Projection-wise, it's a 5-point swing either way, so who knows what will happen. I'm hoping that whoever wins this goes 1-1 and loses to league median. Projections-wise, the projections are pretty low either way.
Okay.
So that's kind of best case scenario for me to make up some ground and go 2-0. I do have to somehow figure out a way to beat you. Lastly, Evan is projected to win pretty handily against Delk this week. I don't know. I didn't check to see if Delk is not setting his lineup or something, but he was projected 73 points versus Evan.
Yeah, I think it's
which, okay, maybe a lineup thing. Cool. But anyways, there's a lot of ways this cookie could crumble. And please stay tuned for all the breaking news that's going to be happening over these next couple weeks. I'll touch base again after this week's games to kind of see if anyone is mathematically eliminated, see who's still in the running. And I'll say this, back on the Spurgeon side, if I do somehow go 0-2 this week, feel free to hit my line, all you contenders. I've got some pieces for you because I think I'll be out of the race if I do go 0-2. So I've said a lot, James.
Yes, but great stuff. I appreciate you. Man, I love your optimism. I think that's one of the best qualities about you. And
James, I might get Nico Collins back. Maybe. He's got a projection next to his name, and if he does, my projection is going
that's
up.
that beat reporter coming out of you. So, yeah, I mean, I appreciate your optimism. I think that your chances are probably about 5%, if we're being real honest. But, hey, everybody loves a comeback story. Everybody loves a comeback story. So I'm rooting for you, man, even though you're playing me this week. And, yeah, the best of luck to you. So this is a look at the Rook. Thank you, analyst Michael, and also GM of the Spurgeons. So.
Hey, we've come a long way since the first episode when you threw me in the fire not having any structure. I'm glad I got to see a lot of these happen since then.
Yeah.
And I got to get a couple takes off. So I appreciate it, James.
Of course. All right.